Hello again. So last week we talked about a 1971 Volkswagen van that I own, Gus the Bus. This week I thought I'd talk about a 1967 Volkswagen van, camper van that I bought in Chicago, Illinois. Kind of a crazy story how that turned out. So back in the day I was just searching Craigslist and found this 67 Volkswagen bus sitting in Chicago. What makes 67 so special is that it's the last year of the split window, and split window means the front windshield is got two windshields in it side by side, so they call it a split window. Real collectible buses, real hard to get these days, and they go for a lot of money. So the price he had on there was $3,500. So I thought that I would go ahead and check it out because it was such a good deal. So we drove, no we didn't, we flew to Chicago. We flew to Chicago, landed at O'Hare Airport, got out, got a taxi, and that's where all the fun really started. So I got in the taxi broke down on the freeway, halfway there or whatever, and he made us get out on the highway, and he demanded that he was paid in full for the trip from the airport to where the car was. Well, we only made it halfway, and he demanded he'd be paid in full and told us we had to get out of the car and leave on the highway, which was an amazing way to start this journey. I don't think I paid him in full, but we did have to get out, and we had to get over to the side of the highway, through the grass and up to the fence, hop the fence, and then onto whatever road was there, which was pretty much nothing except for a cemetery across the street. So we saw some people at the little house that takes care of the cemetery. So we walked up there and asked if they could let us use a phone to get a hold of this guy. We didn't have a cell phone back then. This is before cell phones were really huge. So anyway, we got the guy on the phone, and he decided he'd come get us in his little pickup truck. So he came over, picked us up, brought us back to his house, and then we got to see the van. So the story with the van was it had a brand new motor, it had a brand new transmission, but the transmission shifted very poorly, even though it was new. It was hardly drivable. So I knew that getting into it. And I flew out there thinking maybe I could fix it on the fly and get it home. Wishful thinking, I know, but that's what I thought I could do. So when I saw the van, I noticed there's a hole in the front of the van, and the hole was from somebody having it on a hoist, trying to work on it, and the tires were on the ground, and when they turned it over, even though they thought they had it in neutral, it was actually in first or second gear, and it made it jump off the hoist, and it hit someone's toolbox that was sitting in front of it and put a hole in it. And this guy was just frustrated with this van that owned it. He had all this work done to it, and he couldn't drive it, and now he's got this front end that's got a hole in it. So we started it. I made sure it was in neutral. We started it. It started just fine. I could tell by the little shifter that things weren't feeling right there, but I know what I was doing, and I had an idea. I said, hey, do you got a 13 millimeter wrench? He said, sure, why? What do you want to do? I said, I want to check it out and look at it a little bit. I guess before we did that, I had felt it, and I knew what was going on, so I bought it for $3,500. I bought it, and then I asked for the wrench. And I took the wrench, I removed the shifter. It's two little 13 millimeter bolts. I removed it. And then there's this little plate that sits underneath the shifter. That plate was turned around backwards. And I saw that, and it felt like it was too, because I'd done this so many times that with my old Volkswagens where I've actually put it in backwards, but I knew what it was right away, and I could fix it right away. I just turned it around, put the shifter back on, started it up. I said, well, thank you. Appreciate it. See you later. And we drove it back home, and that guy was pissed. So I bought this thing for $3,500. He was not happy that it was something that simple to fix that tranny, and the shop couldn't take care of it for him that he had to go into. And this brand new tranny wasn't shifting right for him. This brand new motor, couldn't use it because he couldn't go on the road right. And he was now to see it fixed so easily and getting ready to take it from Chicago back to Minnesota. He just was not happy. So we drove it back home in the rain, and that little hole in the front, water was getting into that hole, so we had to shove some paper or something, and then I remember now, we had to shove something in there to keep the rain from coming through. But when we got it back, we got onto a couple websites that sell parts. We bought some parts for the interior, made the interior look mint, took it over to a body shop, had that front end fixed, had it painted. I probably had the $3,500 into that I bought it for, and then another $3,000 on top of that. So maybe just under $7,000 I had into that van, and I put it on eBay and sold it for $30,000 like a month or two later after the work was done. So that was the 67 Volkswagen camper van, and I'll put a picture somewhere in this video. I'll have to figure out how to do that, but I'll put a picture in this video of that van so you can see what it looked like. I don't know if I have pictures before and after, but I'll try to put both up if I have them. So anyway, that's the story of the 67 van. I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody have a great day, and I'll try to think of the next video. Take care.